Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your part 2 of your weekly reading for the week of January 10th. This is like your free extended, and we're just gonna jump right in here, of course, Virgo, and we're gonna see what is going on for you. I'm gonna lay these anchor cards out at the top here, and we're just gonna see what comes in for you, and then we're gonna get started. You start off here with this whale spirit. This card says trust in the great mystery. So, the whale spirit represents diving to kind of like great depths, and it says there's like more to the story. There's more to the situations that you're dealing with in your life and all this other stuff. And, what's popping into my head is like, you never know when things can change in your life, like drastically, like overnight. Like it's happened to me several times. I've known people where their life like literally changes overnight. And I feel like you need to hear that because I'm not suggesting that your life is going to change overnight, but you never know. And I feel like you just need to be open to that possibility because I feel like that's going to allow it to happen. And maybe your life is fine. Maybe things are great or maybe not, but I think, it's always nice to for things to get better, even if they're pretty good. So I would just stay open to the possibility of that is what this reading is saying, is what that part of the reading is saying. With the Justice card, you have the Page of Wands. Again, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I will have that linked up down below. But in part 1, we were talking about how you're kind of making these judgment calls. The Knight of Wands is a very spontaneous energy, and that's literally what's popping into my head. I feel like you have very quickly, very spontaneously kind of made the decision in your life to make these changes or to make changes in your life or to make judgment calls on, every single experience that you have. It's a very kind of complex energy, I would say, actually. I think what you're doing is kind of complex because you're looking at everything. And I feel like you're making decisions in your life. I feel like this is a good thing. Definitely, by the way, the Knight of Wands is a card of mysteries. You have that trust in the great mysteries card with that whale. And then you have these pyramids right below the Knight of Wands right here. I kind of feel two energies with the Knight of Wands just on a personal level. The Knight of Wands, to me, he's kind of like the builder of the tarot. He sets out to build something, whatever. Could be pyramids, and he does it. He's like the builder. But to me, it also represents mysteries. So I do feel like there could be some mysteries. I don't really see any other mysteries here except for the Eight of Cups. Can be kind of mysterious, but not really. So we'll see what else comes up. With the Two of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. Again, Six of Cups twice in this row. Six of Cups is a card of happiness. This is your crossing energy. Some of you could have been dealing with a fire sign in the past. I would be careful of repeating a cycle if a person comes back from the past here. But for the most part, I feel like this is more, again, talking about what you wanted to be when you grew up. Or it could represent something that gives you that childlike excitement inside of you. And that's the direction I feel this reading is asking you to move in. It's like saying, if there is anything that makes you feel like a kid again, if there is anything that brings up childlike emotions that you haven't felt in a while, then I would start doing those things. It could be a hobby. It could be starting a business, writing a book. It could be dating a person. It could be just making friends. It could be anything. Whatever it is, I would do it. With the Six of Cups, you have the Page of Swords, the card of the child. Literally, in like some old school reading systems, the Page of Swords, I think a lot of people think tarot is like, like the first system. It's like there were card reading systems and fortune telling systems before the tarot, and in a lot of those systems, the Page of Swords basically, or the the Jack of Spades, for example, in the playing card reading system, it is considered to be the card of the child. The reason that the Page of Swords specifically represents a child is because the Page of Swords represents curiosity, like childlike curiosity, looking into things, being like a detective, really digging into things that you're interested in. And like I said, I feel like this whole entire first row is kind of asking you to dig into your childlike curiosity or the things that get you excited, the things that you want to do in your life with this Six of Cups energy. Very interesting. I like this a lot for you here, Virgo. It's like you're kind of, I feel like you're going backwards in the best way possible. I think you're revisiting your childhood, even if it's just mentally. And you could be thinking about things that you really love and you really enjoy. It's going to bring a lot of happiness. And you have this Miss Sunshine card here at the end. Actually, you can't even see it. Sorry, never mind. I'll show you at the end. But you have this Miss Sunshine card. There's clearly a lot of happiness coming in for you. Next, you have Safe and Surrounded by Love. It says, keep your heart open and know you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Didn't I say something about the High Priestess knowing the truth or something like that? I did. Because I titled, or I'm going to title your first reading, Your Feelings Are the Truth. So, again, I feel like this is like saying, the truth of all situations. And that was kind of like the feeling I got off the first part of the reading. So I feel for a lot of you, it's just saying that you need to understand that you're being protected at this time. The page, you have this Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands can be a little bit of a risk because it's kind of like going on an adventure, the Knight of Wands. You're going on this adventure that is life, and you're not really sure like what's going to happen. You're not sure what the outcome is going to be. This card just says, act as if you are safe, act as if you are protected, and that will be the truth. Plain and simple. Your feelings are your truth. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is coming up in the area of your foundation. It's like you're ready. You are ready to get moving. He has these empty fields below him, Virgo, and he just needs to plant in those fields. He just needs to get to work. He just needs to make something happen. He just needs to start planting his seeds. If he does that, and by the way, Six of Pentacles, a card of planting your seeds. So if he does that, he'll be successful. I feel like it's saying that it is time to take action. The Knight of Pentacles can represent being too cautious, and so I feel like it's time for you to kind of like take a risk. With the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Wands, didn't you? Yes, you ended with the Six of Wands as well. You will be victorious. Remember what I was saying in the first reading? It's almost like you're worried that you're not going to be this. The Page of Cups is your past. It's almost like you're worried that you're not going to be able to accomplish some sort of childhood dream. Like I was telling you that story about projecting yourself kind of like onto other people. Maybe you're seeing other people who are in a similar position to you, and maybe you're saying like, I'm never going to be able to accomplish this. I would get away from the stinking thinking here because clearly you are going to be successful. With the Devil, you have the Ace of Cups. I do feel there could be a Capricorn coming in for you. There could also be a person who has a lot of Capricorn in their chart. I do think Virgo Capricorn is considered to be a good match. Again, I don't really believe in sun sign compatibility necessarily. Like, do I think some sun signs are good together? Yes. But do I think that I've met so many people that have had very happy relationships that are conflicting signs. So to me, we shouldn't just be looking at the sun. But I do feel like it is a good match, and I do feel there could be a love offer coming in from a Capricorn in the near future if you are looking for love. For others, I feel like you're just kind of going through this healing. Remember what I was talking about with the Devil? It's almost like you're looking at the situations in your life that are taking energy away from you, and I feel like this is just the healing process. It's like you're removing those things from your life, and because of that, you're healing. Next, you have this Miss Sunshine card coming up. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like there's happiness coming in for you. I feel like the sun is coming up because you are safe, and also because you're probably accomplishing a childhood dream, or you are working your way towards some sort of childhood dream with this card. So I just feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in off of this Miss Sunshine card. So let's see. That did not work at all there, Virgo. Totally messed that up, right? It's my first day. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles, resourcefulness. So I feel like you are very resourceful at this time. Nine of Swords is like worrying, waking up in a nightmare. Again, you have the Nine of Swords. That's what we're clarifying. This is the energy of the next few months. And the Queen of Pentacles asks you to be resourceful. It says you might feel lack. You might feel like you are lacking something. But the Queen of Pentacles, it's like maybe she feels like she is lacking money, but she is the card of resourcefulness. So maybe she doesn't have the money to do something that she wants to do, but she will find a way. And maybe it's not through using her money, but maybe she has a skill or a talent or a gift or an ability that she can trade with a person to get something she needs. Or maybe she wants love, but maybe she can't go on dates because there's restrictions, right? Well, she'll go on Zoom dates. She'll go on whatever. She'll do whatever she can. She does what she can with what she's got. And she's kind of forced to be resourceful. She's forced to do things a certain way. It kind of reminds me of like, people, there's a saying, easy come, easy go. And she is the opposite of that. It's like nothing has come easy to her, but it's like a good thing. Like I've seen plenty of people on YouTube where they blow up, they become very successful, like right away, but then it dies. Like then they don't keep the momentum going, and it's because they don't have the experience. They haven't had to go through the struggles and the hard times. And again, this is not some sort of like statement against them or anything like that. I'm just saying like sometimes the struggles are beneficial, and I feel like this part of the reading, I don't think it's saying you are going to be struggling. I think it's saying your struggles are going to be beneficial to you in the future. It's going to allow you to stay successful for longer. With the Two of Pentacles, You have the Hierophant. This is the area of your closest relationships. Doesn't want to focus even for whatever reason. But here you go. You have the Hierophant over here in the area of your closest relationships. I think that for some of you could be marriage. So if you're looking for love, there's definitely marriage potential here. But for others, I kind of feel like it's talking about your beliefs. And, the Hierophant is a card of like morals, values, ethics, things like that. And I just feel it's saying you're kind of, I do feel a lot of you are kind of looking for people to spend time with. A lot of people are doing this, and I'm kind of cheating because, I see this in the astrology. I think a lot of people are kind of like looking for certain things to do, or people are doing, are kind of like more focused on the type of people they surround themselves with, and that's what this looks like to me. With the High Priestess, you have the Moon, so definitely trusting your intuition. She has these moons on her on her head. Her crown is 3 stages of the moon. It says she sees the whole situation, which we were talking about in your first reading. The moon represents a period after a full moon. And again, I feel like this card is more saying, is that going to focus? Yes. I feel like it's more saying that you see the beginning, middle, and end of a situation. This is coming up in your future feelings. So there is a little bit of darkness. It's kind of weird because I feel that, like I said in your first reading, it's like your feelings are the truth. And I feel that here, but it's like darkness, the moon. It's like if we're kind of being guided by our intuition, it's like we trust our intuition, but we're not like exactly sure. There's nothing solid there. And maybe that's a little bit of a challenge for you, Virgo, is it's like intuitively you can see an outcome. I feel like you feel it on a very deep level, but it's like seeing it being solid is a little bit of a challenge here with the moon. With the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, you have the 2 of Swords. To me, you have, clarifying you have the 2 of Swords, literally just saying the world is changing because, the 2 of Swords, she's sitting where she has always been, and there's new land behind her that she needs to go to. She needs to take her blindfold off. The story of her is that if she takes her blindfold off, she'll see that the water is, low, that it's like low tide, and she can see these 2 rocks. She might be protecting her heart with those 2 swords, and she's trying to protect herself from being injured by these 2 rocks that are in the water here. But if she just took her blindfold off, if she just allowed herself to trust herself, then she could walk over to the new land. She could walk over towards something new. And that's kind of how I see this reading for you. It's like you're undergoing this change, this transformation. Where is this transformation going? Towards some sort of wish. You have this Wish Upon a Star card. And whatever you've been talking about this whole entire time, there's literally like a childhood wish, a childhood dream is coming true for you here, Virgo, in this reading. That's what I feel like this whole entire reading is talking about. It's like a childhood wish or a childhood dream is coming true. Pretty simple stuff. I love this. Definitely trust your intuition as well. But pretty simple reading. No reason to drag it out. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. If you haven't watched part 1, it's linked up down below. Make sure to check that out. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.